First up, what we've got for you guys is the much talked and hyped up smartphone in India right now. Yes, we're talking about the all-new Samsung Galaxy S5. But before we get into a full review, let's refresh you guys up with its specs first.
Samsung Galaxy S5 sports a 5.1-inch Super Amoled display up front with 1080 by 1920 screen resolution. It is powered by an exynos octa-core processor, combo of a 1.9 GHz plus a 1.3 GHz quad-core processor backed by 2 GB of RAM. Internal storage is 16 GB, expandable up to 128 GB. At the back, you get a 16-megapixel camera with LED flash and a 2-megapixel front camera. For connectivity, the S5 offers NFC, Wi-Fi and a GPS. Samsung Galaxy S5 is IP67 certified for water and dust resistance. There is also a fingerprint scanner. Samsung Galaxy S5 is priced at Rs 51,500.
Alright, those were the specs on the all-new Samsung Galaxy S5, and let's talk about the design on the S5 first. Well, it looks like any other Galaxy device. Innovate is the word for Samsung there. They've not made it any different than any other Samsung Galaxy device that you'll own, be it the Grand 2 or the Samsung Galaxy S5. Okay, the only difference on this one is now that it comes with a perforated box leather finish at the back, and you get a nice neat looking heart rate sensor also integrated at the back of this smartphone. And now your charging port with this small little flap over here, just because it's now waterproof and dust resistance. Rest all remains the same. The front of this smartphone looks like any other Galaxy device. So no surprises by Samsung there when it comes to the design on the all-new Samsung Galaxy S5. Alright, coming to the display on the all-new Samsung Galaxy S5. It's got a bigger screen than what you had on the Samsung Galaxy S4. Now it has a 5.1-inch Super AMOLED display up front with 1080p resolution. And what that boils down to is brilliant screen resolution, brilliant color reproduction, and of course watching videos and playing games on this display is just out of this world. Samsung is always known to make great displays onto their smartphones, and they do not disappoint with the Samsung Galaxy S5 here as well. Now coming to the performance on the all-new Samsung Galaxy S5. Well, this one, especially that comes in India, boasts of an exynos processor, which is a quad-core 1.9 GHz and a quad-core 1.3 GHz clubbed together and put into this smartphone. We really don't understand why Samsung did not launch the Samsung Galaxy S5 in India with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor, which is 4G LTE compatible. Well, that was the phone that we were really looking forward to. But given the fact that now it has an exynos processor in it, it is not a slow phone by any means. It still performs, and it performs well. On the AnTuTu benchmark test that we did, it yielded a score of 37,420, which is a very good benchmark score for a smartphone like this. It easily makes it one of the best performing smartphones out there in the market. So all in all, it is a performer, but that Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor really pinches, because why? Why did you do this to the Indian consumer, that you fit in an exynos processor instead of the latest top-of-the-line processor on a smartphone that is going to cost your pocket about 50,000 rupees? Well, the camera on the new Samsung Galaxy S5 is simply superb. In a way, it tells us what a 16-megapixel camera should be like on a smartphone. Now with the camera on this one, you can now record videos in UHD, which has a pixel resolution about 3840 by 2160 pixels. Now that is just wow, because it's not 4K video recording, but then it is Ultra HD, which is decent enough for a high-end smartphone these days. You also get something called a live HDR on it, and of course a selective focus option in which you can actually click an image, and after you've clicked an image, you can select the focus area on it. So the camera on the Samsung Galaxy S5, which is a 16 megapixel one, is just brilliant, and I think it sets a benchmark for all the Android smartphone cameras out there. Another thing that Samsung has given is this S Life app, which actually tells you how many steps you've walked in a day or what kind of exercise regime that you have. But another cool thing about this one is a heart rate monitor. They've put a heart rate sensor right below the camera button, so all you have to do is just put your index finger onto the sensor and it will get you the data for your heart rate almost all the time. So a very good integration over there, and it is quite quick as well. Now the battery on the Samsung Galaxy S5 is wow, because it is a marathon runner smartphone, and what it delivers is just superb battery performance every single time. You put it up to a full charge and it will last you a day easily with about 15% battery still left. All in all, the Samsung Galaxy S5 looks like a candidate who's standing up for re-elections. It's not got many hardware upgrades to it, and even in terms of design, it's not that appealing. In a way, Samsung has played it really safe with the Samsung Galaxy S5. Sure, it has a couple of gimmicky features like the heart rate monitor at the back, and of course that fingerprint recognition to unlock and do your internet credit card transactions online. But you know, for gimmicky features like those, paying almost 52,000 rupees does not make any sense. On top of that, the Samsung Galaxy S5 in India especially also does not come out with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor on it. And with many of Samsung's competitors already coming out with high-end smartphones with 4G LTE compatibility, well, Samsung Galaxy S5 does not make the cut, at least for me.